Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. You already know what time it is. Your girl Stephanie's Godchild. Thursday evening, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough week, but the week is coming to an end. Today is Thursday. You guys already know what time it is. Open forum today, guys. Open forum today with your girl, Stephanie's Godchild. I'm just saying. You guys know my saying is I'm just saying. But yes, happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday. Oh, where's my button pen? What's good, guys? It's your girl Stephanie's God's Child. You already know what time it is. Your host from Real Life Topics Podcast, live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time on bigsradio.com, iGlobal Radio Network. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys, to another show, Thursday, with exclusive topic discussions and, of course, sometimes exclusive interviews. Today, we are just going to be talking about loving thyself, basically open forum, loving self, our purpose, and just things that we just need to work on for self-preservation, I believe, for especially for myself. But welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. How was you guys' week? Today is Thursday. Friday is tomorrow. Can't wait. Can't wait to the weekend because this week has just been it's just been overwhelming. I'm sure everybody has been to work and doing a thing. And it's just been so busy for us. So busy for us lately. Really busy for us lately. And I think sometimes we operate on a weekly basis and don't even think about ourselves. I'm just saying. I know y'all know my background saying I'm just saying, but I am just saying. I think we have a purpose. And I think we all are not following of our purpose. So I think it's very important for us to follow our purpose. But again, welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast with your girl, your host, Stephanie's God's Child. Make sure you check me out every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. First and foremost, I want to thank God. I want to thank God for blessing us through the weekly basis, for waking us up this morning. We will be nowhere without Him coming first. We're breathing right now due to Him. So shout out to God. I have a few updates and a few announcements to make. One of the announcements that I do want to make, well, the views that we express are not those of Biggs Radio. They are subsidiaries, affiliates, and or sponsors. Nevertheless, it's a lot going on this week. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in the news. It's a lot going on when it comes to our youth. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Prayers to Nolan Wells' parents. I just couldn't imagine how they feel every day waking up without their son in their lives ever since the 4th of July. So, again, them not knowing that that would be their last day seeing their son. And of course, it's even more mind boggling when you don't know what really happened to your son. That's like one thing is he has passed away. Thank you for tuning in. The CEO and founder, Miss Dinah Lynn Biggs. And everybody that's tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast, I want to thank you guys for you guys' support, for tuning in, checking us out, joining these exclusive topics. These topics are very important to us. We try to come up with topics of importance and things that can help us grow. You know, most people talk about things that don't matter or are not going to help you grow, but I think that Real Life Topics Podcast has something for you. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Tracy Janelle. Miss Tracy Janelle said, "Hey, my friend. Hello, Miss Tracy. What's good? What's good to everybody that's tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast?" But again, as I was saying, rest in peace to Nolan Wells. And I truly, truly do hope that they can get to the bottom of how he passed away and who is responsible for this. I'm just saying. Thank you for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast, Anthony. But yes, so today's topic discussion is majority of open forum, informative for today. And I want to just talk about loving self. I don't think that we are really, really focused on, I know we wake up every day taking care of our children, making sure that we have our finance for our households. And I think that it is a drought on us really just self caring for us. Again, we have so many people, and so especially when you have a family, such as myself, I'm a mom of 5 boys, a single mom of 5 boys at that. So, of course, my package and my weekly duties is like overwhelming, but we make it through, especially single moms. We make it through day by day by day. So yeah, I just wanted us to just love that self, just love that self. And I also wanted to dwell on the definition of self-love, because I think it is important. It builds mental wellness, improves personal relationships, and creates inner strength. Without self-love, people often face high stress, accept poor treatment, and struggle to find happiness. Self love, if you do not really love yourself, I would agree with the definition of, if you don't love yourself, you will accept poor treatment. You would just accept things that you really, really shouldn't be accepting because you don't love yourself. You will have boundaries. I think self love definitely reduces stress. It lowers worry, saddens by stopping harsh self talk. Self talk, harsh self talk. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always beating myself up about something. You know, I'm always beating myself up about something. So I believe self love builds confidence. It definitely builds confidence. So thanks for tuning in, Mr. David, Chicago Getter in the building. And cousin Langston Hood. Thank you guys for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast. It's always a blessing for you guys to listen to little old, let me see, there I go again. There I go again. Self love. The word little should not be in my category. I'm just saying. Little old is, you know how sometimes people say, yeah, you see her with that little old car. You see her with that little old something, something. Yes. Hey, Miss Fitz in the building. She said, hey, self love is essential. Self love is so, so important. So, so important, because if you realize when you don't love yourself, it definitely is stressful. you accept poor treatment, and you struggle to find happiness. You definitely struggle to find happiness. The self-love also encourages healthy habits. It motivates you to eat well, sleep, and take care of your body. I would agree. I would agree. I'm always focused on trying to grow and develop because I love myself. I love myself. I can find myself sometimes being very stressed out, very stressed out. So these are just food for thoughts because again, I know every day that we wake up for our family, we wake up so we can pay our bills, so we can go to work, so that most our again people that are surrounded around us that we love, we need to take care of. And sometimes I feel like we ignore loving ourselves. What you guys think? What you guys think? I think we ignore loving ourselves. We be so caught up on the outside world and what's going on the outside, and being accepted, or things like that. The party man, hey, thank you for tuning in, Mr. Party Man. But yeah, do you love yourself, Mr. Party Man? Self-love is our topic for today. Self-love and purpose. Again, it's open form, but I know for a fact that we all can do some things to love thyself a little bit more than usual. And loving thyself is not just confidence, taking care of your body. Do you love your body? Do you love the things that we are consuming in our body? No, because if we loved ourselves more, we would stay in shape. We would do things to make sure that our mind, body, and soul is clear. The things that we're consuming in our bodies are not healthy. So do it does is that considered that you don't love yourself because you're consuming things in your body that might harm you, might make you sick, you know? Is that considered self-love? I don't think so. Because we're not taking care of ourselves. Okay, we got the Newport smokers, we got the liquor drinkers, we have the pork eaters. Do we really love ourselves? Do we really love our bodies? Are we really focused on things that can help us grow mentally, physically? What are we doing here, guys? Are we loving ourselves? Are we even loving ourselves when it comes to people that we have around us? So I think that we just we're lacking on self-love. Lacking self-love often leads to a cycle of seeking validation from others, struggling with harsh self-criticism, and settling for unhealthy relationships. Yes, Misfit, we all pick our poison. And that's another thing. That's a part of the poison. We settle for harsh relationships. I think it's an issue for us settling for harsh relationships. When you do not prioritize your own worth, several common patterns tend to emerge in your daily life and mindset. You might find yourself continuously chasing the affection of people who do not value you, or giving so much of yourself that you lose your own identity. This is a factual statement. Mr. Langston Hood said, always speak life. If you use, but you take back what was said before, I love myself better than I love myself. LOL. I know that's right, Mr. Hood. Miss Misfit said, most people don't learn self love until we're older. That is true. I always wondered why we don't learn it younger and teach this generation. That is true. Because, again, it took me to be 40 years old to say, hey, hold on, now you're not taking care of yourself. And I'm still struggling with high stress values, all type of stuff. So you're not lying. We don't even realize that we need this transformation in loving self. Uh, we often think I do love myself. I don't want nothing to happen to my. I really do love myself, but it's like really deep when you dig deep down into loving yourself. There are a lot of definitions on why you should love yourself. Um, Loving yourself supports personal goals. It gives you the courage to try new things and grow. Also, loving yourself attracts respect. Sometimes people could be on the outside looking in and they can see that you don't even love yourself or you don't have confidence in yourself, and you can become vulnerable to people that are not good for you. So again, it just it's just behooving me that we're not really loving ourselves. So I wanted to also talk about purpose. I also wanted to talk about purpose. What is you guys' purpose? What is your purpose? Do you know your values? Know your values. Decide what matters most to you instead of copying others. Use your strengths. Focus on the tasks you do best and naturally enjoy. Take action. Trust your guts and make small, steady steps forward each day. Trust in your gut feeling. Trust in your gut feeling. We struggle with trusting our gut feeling. Sometimes we have that gut feeling and we be like, this ain't right, or oh, I should do this, or this ain't gonna go through, and things like that. And we don't even trust the gut feeling. Sometimes we have to bump ourselves in the head, like, oh man, I felt like that was gonna happen, or I felt like this was going on. Trust your gut feeling. Trust your gut feeling. So, why your purpose belongs to you? Different strengths. You have skills, interests that do not match your neighbor's skill. Personal history, your past pain and joy shapes what matters to you, not anyone else. Inner choice. You decide what brings value to your days as productive, flourishing notes about making your own path. I think we should have a book. I don't know if I introduced you guys to my book, but this is my notebook that I write things down daily on. Hey, the things that I need to work on, like, of course, having a purpose, loving thyself, trusting gut feelings, not really worried about what anybody else has going on, um just knowing your purpose, not anyone else's purpose. So I think that's important for us to love thyself, know our purpose, know our lane. Another thing I want us to do is to respect each other's craft. Sometimes we don't respect each other's craft. Sometimes you could be operating in a certain way, I could be operating in a certain way, and we're really not feeling the way that we operate, which everyone opinion matters. That's Real Life Topics Podcast logo. Everyone opinion does matter. And I feel like if you're talking about things of importance, then you on the right track. You on the right track. Following your purpose means aligning your daily actions with your core values, natural strengths, and a desire to help others. Did you know that you're supposed to be helping others? Did you know that? Some people wake up every day and it's just self. Now, you do have to love yourself, but being selfish and not thinking about others or thinking about helping others, I don't know where you think you're gonna go with that. I don't know where we think we gonna go with that. um Natural strengths. Natural strengths. I have a strength. You know what my strength is? Supporting one another. I'm like big on support. I do not even feel right on a weekly basis without one complimenting someone, figuring out a way that someone can grow and develop, and being informative. Um, the youth, trying to figure out ways how I can grow with the youth, and that's another thing. Shout out to anybody and let me know what you got going on with the youth. Please let me know what you got going on with the youth. We got back to school pass outs. We got a lot of things going on with back to school. And if you guys have any information out there that you want me to let the world know when it comes to helping others, helping the youth, helping one another grow. Mental health is real. And the biggest void that we have is leading by example, especially when it comes to leadership. We are not leading by example when it comes to leadership. When you are a leader, When you a boss, when you a owner, you have to, you have to support one another and just lead. Just lead. We have leaders not leading in a mature way. Now I'm gonna let me break that down because of course we have leaders that are leading, but are you mature? We have very immature leadership going on, and I'm not here to talk about anyone because that's another thing that I wanted to talk about too. Talking about others, that is very important to me. I wanted to point that out, but it's time to pay the bills, so it's commercial time. I'll be right back to you guys. You don't want to miss it. Mike Else has done it again. With one way, the name of Blue Ball and EU featuring Sugar Bear. We're bringing his good vibes and memories. Unforgettable moments. You guys better check out Mike Epps in Indianapolis at the community center. For sure, guys. Go ahead and check it out. Mike Epps can't get no better than that. Of course, Mike Epps is from Indianapolis, Indiana as well. So that's I know that's gonna be a great show. Make sure you guys go check out Mike Epps. I'm just saying in Indianapolis Boulevard, in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm talking about Indianapolis Boulevard. I don't know where that came from, but Indianapolis, Indiana. Check out Mike Epps. And of course, bigsradio.com. in the building. Make sure you guys, Biggs Radio has so many events coming up. Biggs Radio is going to be in Las Vegas, August 17th. We have audition coming up tomorrow. And so it's a lot going on with Biggs Radio. So make sure you guys check that out. But I also just wanted to, again, it's your girl Stephanie's Godchild, host of Real Life Topics Podcast. Make sure every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, you check out exclusive interviews and exclusive topic discussions. And if you want to be a guest co-host on Real Life Topics Podcast, join the meetings of the minds. Hit up Real Life Topics Podcast at gmail.com. Today's topic, again, guys, is loving thyself, having a purpose, just overall things that can help us grow and develop when it comes to loving ourselves. We wake up every day for our family, to be able to pay our bills, to be able to go to work. But are we really loving ourselves? Do we really respect ourselves? Do we have boundaries? Are we requiring others to respect us? Are again, sometimes when you're not respecting yourself and you don't value yourself, how can others value you or respect you? So that's just a food for thought. Also, I wanted to talk about certain things of your mindset. Poor people talk about other people. Wealthy people talk about ideas. Now, we all know that gossiping and talking about one another is not the way to go. And of course, you can tell in your conversation when you are talking about others that, poor people talk about other people. I that's all I'm saying. Also, noise. I've noticed that I can't function in noise. None of us can function in noise. We can't even create in noise. We can't even grow in noise. If we have noise surrounded around us, the first thing we have to do is just be quiet. Quiet ourselves. Let's just quiet ourselves. Um, I also think, in my opinion, which is like a deep topic, slavery. I think slavery destroyed our self esteem. We're pretty low on self esteem. So I just want us to have a purpose in life. What is our purpose? Generational wealth. I'm not sure if we're all focused on generational wealth or not. Are we focused on generational wealth? Are we focused on the future, or are we just waking up every day, living day by day? One thing I notice about people that wake up, that it's kind of like a little pet peeve of mine, but again, we have to respect one another's growth and development, which I did have some notes down about respecting others. The Of course, you decide what most matters to you instead of copying others. Use your strength, focus on the task you do best and naturally enjoy. Trust your gut feeling. That's a good one. Trusting your gut feeling. And it was something else about purpose. Self-love, of course, reduces stress, builds confidence, encourages healthy habits. That is true, because when you love yourself and you care about yourself, that's why most people start fasting or start jogging, want to lose weight, stop eating pork, different things like that. That's showing signs of you loving yourself. So I do think that growth and resilience is a must for us. I believe that it's just really a must for us. So, um, when you prioritize your own worth, here are several common patterns to tend to emerge in your daily life and mindset. Relationship challenges. You may find yourself continuously chasing the affection of people who do not value you, or giving so much of yourself that you lose your own identity. Difficulty accepting love. That's a big one. That's a big one, because I feel like we could be so we in relationships, or we had a previous relationship that might not have worked out, and sometimes we could be blocking our blessings when it's someone that's right in front of your face that will love you, but you don't accept it because you so traumatized from the past. Why we can't accept love? Why we can't accept love? Well, we have a difficulty accepting love. Even when someone genuinely cares for you, you may doubt their compliments or question their intentions, feelings as though you are undeserving of their affection. I truly think we, especially women. Now I don't know about males, because males, it's easy for y'all to go and find you another woman. It's just my opinion. It's easy for the male to find him another woman. It's easy for the woman to find a male, but I do know that women struggle on opening up their heart or opening up to someone that might really love them. Self sabotage and burnout. A lack of self care often leads to neglecting your own basic physical and emotional needs. Without healthy boundaries, you risk draining your energy to please others. Uh, uh, that's a big one. That's a big one. And I'm learning to not do that, especially when it's not reciprocated. I've I wake up every day trying to please others, trying to please what's going on with everything that's going on around me. And I had to realize, stop. Stop it now, especially when it's hindering yourself or inconveniencing you. Why? Why? Why do we drain ourselves trying to please others? I'm working on that right now as we speak. I cannot. It is draining to please others, and I'm not even pleasing myself. Very draining. So that's a food for thought for your girl Stephanie's God's child. I drain myself trying to do everything else but love thyself. So yes. Negative self-talk. Baby, I struggle with this too. I don't know about y'all. When you be in the mirror, you be calming yourself and you be looking for something that's negative. You might engage in a steady stream of inner criticism, constantly blaming yourself for things outside of your control. Why do we blame ourselves? To It's outside of our control. Man, let me tell you something. Yesterday, I was supposed to be praising God. Let me tell you, worshiping God. And baby, that devil will come in, but you can be a part of your self sabotaging. You can just be a part of your self sabotaging. We have to focus on loving thyself. Sometimes all the noise, we got a lot of noise going on. We got a lot of noise going on. We have to stop. We have to stop, think to ourselves, just get rid of all of this noise. This noise is giving me a headache. It's giving me a headache. It's disbobulating me. It's disbobulating us all when we have all this noise in our head. Shout out to social media. But of course, that's the majority of the noise that goes on in our membrane on the daily basis. We wake up, we pick up that phone, and our thumbs just, I'm surprised our thumbs ain't fell off yet. As much as we scroll up and down our phones, up and down and up and down and around the corner with that internet. The internet is definitely a headache, a lot of noise. And if we want to stay focused on things, we got to get rid of the noise. Also, following your purpose, not piggyback riding off others. Sometimes your goals and aspirations are different from others' goals and aspirations. It could be stressful. It could be stressful. Um, Wanting others to just jump on the bandwagon with what you got going on. And sometimes that's not always the case. So, let's just hold our fork down. Let's just do what we need to do. Self-preservation is definitely the most important. So I think we should just focus on loving ourselves. I think it's a drought on us loving ourselves. Be careful what you entertain when listening to others' words, because you might act on the wrong thing and wind up like Cain when he slew Abel ability. Like our parents would say, let sometimes go in one ear and out the other. That's right, cuz. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast. It's such a blessing for everyone that's listening overseas, internationally, Tennessee, Chicago in the building, because, of course, Real Life Topics Podcast is out of Chicago. Down south, everybody that's listening, South Bend, Indianapolis, Gary, Indiana is in the building as well. Good evening, Miss Kimberly Patterson. Make sure you guys check out the Kimberly Patterson Show. She comes on at 8 o'clock right after Real Life Topics podcast, and she plays your forgotten hits. I know y'all forgot about them hits. That stuff they playing on the radio right now, no pun intended. It's all good. But did you forget about the hits? So make sure you tune in to the Kimberly Patterson Show at 8 p.m. on bigsradio.com, iGlobal Radio Network. I'm just saying. Shout out to Kimberly, Tennessee in the building. And shout out to everybody that's in the building. California, Las Vegas, wherever you are. Wherever you are. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys tune in to bigsradio.com 24/7. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Press play on bigsradio.com. And you'll get not just the Kimberly Patterson Show, Life Coach Jeff, Mrs. Massey, Mr. Sugar D. Richardson, Walter T. Al Greer, the Dinah Lynn Biggs Show, St. Julian Chris, Nino, the Bombshell. It can't get no better than the whole Biggs Radio crew. If you are asleep, I'm going to need you to wake up. I'm going to need you to wake up. I'm gonna need you to wake up on Biggs Radio. I don't even like the child sleep like that. It's like you're halfway asleep, you're halfway woke. Tune in. Tune in to your girl, the host of Real Life Topics Podcast, Stefanie's Godchild. But again, full line up weekly on bigsradio.com. A full line up weekly. So make sure you guys check it out. You might not be into Real Life Topics Podcast where we discuss the dynamics of life. You might want to hear a little juicy gossip with Miss Messy. Life Coach Jeff on Mondays, and it's a really big lineup on Mondays. Like the whole evening is wiped out with the Dinah Lynn, with the CEO of Biggs Radio, the Dinah Lynn Show. Man, just check out bigsradio.com. Go to bigsradio.com. Check us out. Tune in, call in. Do something with yourself. Do something with yourself. I'm just saying. So again, the topic of today was about self-love. Let's focus on loving one another. Let's focus on loving one another. Let's focus on not gossiping about one another, because I do think that poor people talk about people. It's a poor mindset. Wealthy people talk about ideas. What ideas could we do to grow and develop? What type of ideas do we have? Are we waking up every day on focusing on how can we grow and develop? Are we waking up every day thinking about others and what others got going on? Are we waking up every day to help others? Are we waking up every day to figure out ways to maybe what's important to me, helping the youth? I don't know. I just know the youth is struggling. Adults are even struggling. We're not leading by example, and we're just not where we should be for our children, just in my opinion. Sometimes we can look at the kids and be like, OMG. But sometimes you need to look at yourself and say, OMG as well. I'm just saying, self-preservation, wealthy mindset. Poor people talk about people, and wealthy people talk about ideas. Poor people have a surviving mindset, while wealthy people have a thriving mindset. Let's quiet the noise. Let's quiet the noise. We cannot operate in noise. We cannot run a business in noise. We cannot be a leader in noise. We can't even operate our daily basis with noise surrounded around us. So it's just a food for thought for us to just operate in a different way. Of course, again, I'm not just talking to the audience, Biggs Radio audience, iGlobal Network audience. I'm talking to self as well. We have to grow and develop. We have to wake up every day. And just like this book I have in my hand, I wake up every day. Well, at night, I write down the things that I need to work on a weekly basis. And then I try to go by those things. I try. It ain't going to happen overnight. Because, of course, I relapse on a lot of stuff. I'm even working on my proper etiquette in the way I talk. Every sentence shouldn't have a curse word in it. I feel like that shows your uneducated self when you're talking and you have to curse in the midst of it. I'm working on that. Cursing words ain't got to be in your vocabulary all the time. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, self-preservation, loving self, our purpose. Where are we going? Let's grow and develop. Let's think outside the box as well. Some people operate in the same form of fashion on a daily, weekly basis, yearly basis. Open up your mind. Sometimes we can be blocking our blessings by putting everything in just one box and staying stuck there. Let's open up our minds, guys. I'm just saying. Let's open up our minds. Let's grow, develop. Let's just do something with ourselves. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast as well. Shout out to Chad Management. Chad Management is in the building. Shout out to Chad Management. Make sure you guys go to www.bigsradio.com and get all the information you need for Bigs Radio. I also wanted to play a song. Shout out to Gerald Austin and the Manhattans. They have a new single out called Put Them Guns Down. So I wanted you guys to check that out. Shout out to Gerald Austin and the Manhattans. Well, there you have it, guys. The Manhattans, Gerald Lawson and the Manhattans, leave those guns behind. That is very important for us to definitely leave those guns behind. If it's not one thing, it's another. But I do know one thing that is really a part of majority of deaths nowadays is people getting shot and killed. So shout out to Gerald Alston and the Manhattans. Please leave those guns behind. I also wanted you guys to check out the Chestnut Brothers. Come to me. Well, there you have it, guys. The Chestnut Brothers, Come to Me. That was a hit. That was a hit. Come on to me. From the Chestnut Brothers. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that cut, and I hope you guys are too. Because, baby, come to me. You hear me? Come to me, please, and thank you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Come on to me. Yes, so it's your girl, Stephanie's Godchild, Real Life Topics Podcast in the building. And of course, the topic is about loving thyself and your purpose. What is our purpose? I don't know. Yes, you was over there playing that thing. That's right. I'm just saying, I'm playing the Chestnut Brothers. We just finished playing the Gerald Austin and the Manhattans, Put Those Guns Down. I'm definitely going to repeat that. I want to play that twice on my show for now because if it ain't nothing, it's important to put them guns down. So shout out to Gerald Austin and the Manhattans, featuring Wild Style as well. Featuring Wild Style from Crucial Conflict is on that cut. Put them guns down. I'm just saying. But yeah, shout out to the Chestnut Brothers, Come to Me. And shout out to Biggs Radio, Biggs Radio's team. Shout out to Life Coach Jeff. Make sure you guys check out Life Coach Jeff on Biggs Radio every Monday at 5 p.m. Get your life together. You know you need to get your life together. Check out Life Coach Jeff. You know you need that coach for that life. Because the life probably out there bad. Or it might not be. You might just need a little advice to keep your life going and keep it on up there. But check out Life Coach Jeff on Mondays at 5 p.m. Also, the Kimberly Patterson show is coming up next as well. Less than 10 minutes. She plays your forgotten hits. Y'all forgot about those hits. We so busy listening to what's new coming on and what's going on right now today. Did you forget about those 90s songs and all those hits that we've been doing? I'm just saying, we grew up on it. I'm an 80s baby. I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. So I don't know about y'all, but that 90s music is popping. That was probably predominantly the last era of the hits. There's some hits out here today, but it couldn't get no better than the 90 hits. So make sure you guys check out the Kimberly Patterson show. 8 o'clock p.m. every Thursday night. Every Thursday night. But again, love thyself. I'm just going to leave you guys with a food for thought. Love thyself. Have a purpose in your life. Sometimes your purpose might not be everyone's purpose. We can't dwell on what anybody else has going on. What do you got going on? What is your purpose? Let's wake up every day with a book, just like I do. Write down the things that we can do to make our lives better. We're not going to be perfect. None of us are perfect. We will never be perfect. But I bet you one thing, our good should overweigh our bad. Our good should overweigh our bad. We need to just work on professionalism, proper etiquette. Leaders, let's get mature. There are immaturity in leaders. Let's get mature on leading. Let's have critical thinking and let's think outside the box. Again, sometimes we could just be focused on one track minded things that we don't think outside the box. We could be blocking our blessings, and that comes with relationships, male and female. We in a relationship with a man or trying to be. Because again, I wanted to say this too. Don't let your past hinder your future. I think that sometimes we can block our blessings off things that might have happened to us previously, and we bring that same energy into something that might just be good for us. So again, just food for thought. Just food for thought with that. Another thing, food for thought, I wanted to also say to people is in my John Hope Bryant voice. Poor people talk about people. Wealthy people talk about their ideas. Let's talk about our ideas. Let's not talk about people, because talking about people is a poor mindset. It's a surviving mindset. And I think we should be more focused on talking about ideas, because that's what wealthy people do. They come up with how they're making their next G. How are you making your next G? I'm just saying. We should wake up every day about how we gonna make our next G. And also, we should also generational wealth. What are we doing for the people that are gonna be here when we're gone? Nieces, nephew, kids. What are you doing? Shout out to my hairdresser, my hairstylist. Hairdresser, I feel like sounds so old. So I'm gonna say hairstylist. Mr. Chico Jackson in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Unapologetic Noble is in the building. Gift for Gab. He go live every Friday. I mean, no, not even every Friday. Damn nearly every day. Every day. Damn nearly every single day. He goes live for 5 minutes. Unapologetic. The Gift for Gab podcast. The Gift for Gab podcast. He can't get no better than the Gift for Gab podcast. So shout out to Unapologetic Noble who is in the building. I love his support. His support for me is I it's just immaculate. So again, shout out to him. So make sure you guys tune in to Real Life Topics Podcast every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Thank you, Chico Jackson, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, internationally, all over the world, for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast. Catch you guys next week. It's Real Life Topics Podcast. Hello. Mama. What? What? Mama. Yeah. Did the cops come to the house? Why? Because get like yesterday I was hanging out with my friends and a cop, they were ding dong dishing, and a cop came, and I think they were on private property, and Miguel said he seen a cop saying, "Have you seen land?" When he say this? Today, and did a cop like come to the house? So why would a cop come to the house? I just told you because my friends were ding dong dishing, and I was with them. They were ding dong dishing. I walked up to the house and I was there, and they weren't ding dong dishing, but they were standing in front of the house, but they were on proper property. Oh, so you decided to go with the people and ding dong dish with them, and now the police looking for you. We're just in front of the house. And the guy. So you know what? For now on, because you see, you just deserve my show. Today is Thursday, and I don't have time for that. So for now on Thursdays, you can't you going to G Mommy house on Thursdays, because this type of stuff I can't be bothered with when I'm in the middle of my show. You see what time it is. You really should have called me after 8 o'clock, especially if it wasn't no emergency. But it is an emergency because you out there doing the most. So for now on Thursdays, you will be at G Mommy house. Them police better not come to my door. I'm tired of you. Go ahead and get home right now. It's about to get dark. Get home now. Jeez Wheeze. Did y'all just hear that? My 11-year-old just called me talking about he was ding dong dishing and the police looking for him. That's what I'm saying, y'all. This generation, they suffering, man. They just suffering. They out here doing it. They out here bad. They out here bad. They out here bad. I didn't even know ding dong dishing still exists. I didn't even know ding dong dishing still exists. Yes, love, cuz. Love Chico Jackson. Love Mr. Thompson. Sammy in the building. He say true. Make sure you guys tune in to bigsradio.com every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Your girl, your host, Stephanie's Godchild, featuring Carmisha the Sunflower Soul. That's the co-host. You know, co-hosts do co-host things. So shout out to Carmisha the Sunflower Soul. Hopefully you guys will be seeing her soon. But guess what? It's Real Life Topics Podcast with the host, Stephanie's Godchild. So make sure you tune in every Thursday, because if you don't see co-host, you gonna see the host if you don't see nobody. So I just want to thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for just just being down, man, being down. Shout out to Real Life Topics Podcast. 3 or 4 months ago, we had a certain amount of listeners, and our listeners has tripled now. So I shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all because it's just tripling and doubling. And again, I was getting ready to criticize myself because I say, little old me, little old me, Stefanie. But yes, guys, yesterday was a headache for me. And I want to start waking up without a headache. The whole last week or so has been a headache for me. Having a little bit of car trouble, not being able to show up at certain events. And but things are gonna get greater later. What y'all think? Things do get greater later. I'm not really feeling this pink and green outfit, but I put it on today anyway. Um, let's just get to it. So again, Real Life Topics Podcast anniversary is coming up. September was the first time we went live, and October 25th is actually Real Life Topics Podcast page birthday. So we will be celebrating. I wanted to do it big, but I didn't want to do it big because I'm just trying to say the best, not for last, but just save it for last. A showcase. Definitely want people to join me with the showcase that I am trying, because we want to celebrate. I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate Real Life Topics Podcast journey. I have been consistent for 2 years now. 2 years now, going live every Thursday night. I started off the first 6 months saying 7-ish, whereas now I'm on time every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Growth and development has been big for Real Life Topics Podcast, and we definitely have been growing. Way more, way more journey to go. But for 2 years, I think we have been doing good. I think Real Life Topics has been doing good. The host has been showing it down, shutting it down, holding the fork down. And yes, Mr. Thompson, great show. Keep up the good work. 100 for sure, Mr. Thompson. Shout out to Sammy Thompson, Real Life Topics Podcast media man, especially the media guy that just put us on our feet. Within the first year we were doing this. Sammy Thompson has been a blessing to Real Life Topics Podcast. I mean, the ideas that he had for us, he shared it with us. He helped us with it, helped us with our ideas when it came to promo videos. Of course, no other podcast in the world doing them promo videos like Real Life Topics Podcast. I know for a fact that we are one of the number one support team groups out there. Well, podcasts. I'm talking about groups. Podcast ladies out there, up and coming media mavens. I'm just saying. So shout out to Mr. Thompson, Mr. Success Media. You've definitely on this journey with us, and it's just a blessing to have people that believe in you and just believe in what you got going on, and just be a part of helping the growth with the growth and development of the craft that you believe in. So again, shout out to Mr. Success Media. Shout out to everybody that's just been very supportive of your girl Godchild. Your girl Godchild is not perfect by a long shot, but your good should overweigh your bad, and you should wake up every day striving towards growth and development and not thinking about what others have going on. Always be supportive of others. You never know what people are going through behind the scenes. So sometimes don't dwell on what other people have going on, especially if it's not hurting you, especially if it's not concerning you, and especially if you can't be a part of. Say you have an issue with someone and you feel like they shouldn't wear the pink lipstick on their lips. Well, make sure you go buy some purple lipstick so that they can wear the color that you feel like is appropriate for them. One thing I don't like about people that criticize and don't have ways for you to grow or develop. People do a lot of criticism, criticizing, but they don't have any suggestions or ways that you maybe can grow. Man, you should be wearing that pink lipstick, Stephanie. Well, wear the purple lipstick that you think I should wear. Always be a helpful people. Never call people complaining. call people about how they're operating, and always respect one another's craft. I could look at some people that do things or have certain people on their show or certain people on their podcast, and I'll be like, why? But that's what they want to do. That's just like Real Life Topics Podcast. We want to talk about things of positivity. We're kind of more local with it, supporting one another, growing and developing on promoting, because we the number one. Well, I'm the number one promo queen. And so I've always been about sharing, because sharing is caring. In my Barney voice, I just got that from Barney. I used to watch Barney when I was growing up. But yes, I just want us to be more supportive of one another, not so much on the gossiping side. Gossiping is for poor people, poor mindsets. And let's talk about how we gonna make our next G. So yeah, BiggsRadio.com, iGlobal Radio Network. Biggs Radio, as of August 1st, Biggs Radio got a lot of things coming up. So when you wake up in the morning, of course, you're going to wake up to me flooding your timeline. I'm going to be flooding your timeline with Biggs Radio. Shout out to Dinah Lynn Biggs, the CEO of BiggsRadio.com. You're doing your thing, baby. Keep it up. Keep it strong. Keep the foundation together. Solid foundation is in the building. So yeah, self-love is of importance, guys. Self-love. So just love yourself. Focus on what matters to you and what might not matter to others. And you'll make it through. So that's just food for thought for everybody. Let's not have this surviving mindset. Let's have a thriving mindset. So that's the food for thought from your girl Godchild today. Let's not have a surviving mindset. Let's have a thriving mindset. It's your girl, Stefanie's Godchild, in the building every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Tomorrow, I will be going live. I'm joining the Unapologetic. He don't even know, but Unapologetic Noble, I'm joining a 5-minute live challenge every single day. I got to get back on my bike ride and my walking and getting my mindset together. Actually, my at church, my choir co-workers, I'm gonna call them choir co-workers, are getting ready to get started on fasting for the next 30 days. I think I'm going to join that. I'm going to join that. I don't think I am going to join fasting and getting that mindset together. Fasting on anything, not just food, the way you operate, the people you have around you. I'm about to join the fasting. I'm also going to go live for 5 minutes. I'm joining that challenge, Unapologetic Noble. And so, again, probably more than 5 minutes, because I need to at least do 28 minutes worth of walking every day. So I will start that growth and development of that. And whoever wants to join me, who want a bike ride, I should come up with a bike ride club. We got about 30 something more days left where it's still warm and we can ride bikes. So who want to join your girl on riding bikes? I'm just trying to get my mindset together. That's it. That's all. It's your girl, Stephanie's Godchild. Food for thought. Let's not have a surviving mindset. Let's have a thriving mindset. It's Real Life Topics Podcast. See you next Thursday, guys. See you next Thursday live on BiggsRadio.com and iGlobal Radio, Facebook, YouTube live. And see you first thing in the morning for that morning jog. It's Real Life Topics Podcast.